disaster struck in the Gulf of Mexico 1 year ago. The Seacor Power carrying 19 crewmen capsized, 6 rescued, 6 dead, 7 unaccounted for, including 3 from Acadiana.
Any more survivors, it's gonna be slim. Reality is staring us in the face.
Families now living without their loved ones.
It's hard to live with. We know there is a reason. One day I guess we'll find out that reason.
While families are mourning the loss of their loved ones, congressional leaders are waiting to figure out if they can do more to protect offshore workers.
What I have to see is how the current executive agencies, Coast Guard for example, what their investigation has concluded. If that is inadequate, then there should be a congressional hearing.
We remember the tragedy on the 1-year anniversary in a KLFY special presentation. The Seacor Power disaster, 1 year later.
Hello Acadiana, and thanks for joining us for our special presentation in remembrance of the Seacor Power disaster.
A year has passed since the Seacor Power capsized off the coast of Port Fourchon, and the lives of 13 men were lost forever. Today, each name was etched into history as family and friends gathered at the Lady of the Gulf Shrine for a memorial. News 10's Neil Zarang reports from that very spot.
It was a very somber ceremony, but also a celebration of life. Music, a memorial, and prayers followed the family coming up to see this plaque. It says, in memory of the 13 men who lost their lives at seas after the capsize of the Seacor Power on April 13, 2021.
We all cried together and shared together about this tragic and how we miss those that's gone. So it gave us a lot of courage to go on.
3 of the crew members who were never found are from right here in Acadiana. Today, on the anniversary of the disaster, 2 of those families are still searching for closure. News 10's Britt LaFaso reports.
We memorialized him with music because that was his passion. He loved music.
A father of 2 and soon-to-be husband, Jay Guevara of Lafayette was one of the 7 men who've never been found. In Abbeville, Gregory Walcott's family feeling that same pain.
The sad part about it is I know he died thinking he let us down. You understand? That's the hardest part.
According to the U.S. Coast Guard and Terrebonne Parish officials, salvage operations are now complete and no human remains were found once the vessel's parts were on land.
News 10's Neil Zarang shares what other discoveries he made.
I've spoken with members of the NTSB, Coast Guard, Terrebonne Parish Sheriff's Office, and more. From what I've been told, salvage operations concluded months ago, with no more work anticipated to recover what parts are still left of the vessel buried in the Gulf. According to the National Transportation and Safety Bureau, investigators conducted a thorough examination of the salvage sections of the Seacor Power hull, superstructure, legs, and equipment, but that's not every part of the ship. The U.S. Coast Guard confirmed Hurricane Ida altered Seacor Marine's salvage plan.
They had cut the Seacor into several pieces, 3 pieces, I believe. They had gotten 2 of those sections out of there.
Well, there's still no official conclusion as to what happened or who's at fault, if anyone, for the disaster at sea.
Shortly after the accident, there was a call for a congressional hearing, but now 1 year later, no hearing has been held. News 10's Mark Rigsby explains.
A congressional aide tells me that hearings on Seacor would come after the final report and recommendations from the NTSB and the U.S. Coast Guard, and that could be months from now.
We want to come out of this, good sir, more resilient, stronger, wiser, with better policies in place, legislation in place.
So what I have to see is how the current executive agencies, Coast Guard for example, what their investigation has concluded. If that is inadequate, then there should be a congressional hearing.
We are now joined by some very special folks who we have talked to before through the Seacor disaster, and these are family members. And
we were lied to from the beginning.
Brutally.
We were told that there were going to be airbags to hold up the vessel. The salvage master with Don John, I mean, they just blatantly lied to us, to all the families.
Said they were going to put nets around the windows, the doors, everything, and just...
It took 1 month for one of their vessels to get on site.